swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Throwing on first down is Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 30-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
Check it, reload. Ozzie. Check it back.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
The tackle by Melvin.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
49, guys. Mike, we get 3 men now. Here we go, D. Here I come. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike's 49.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Shit. Watch the shit. No, 66.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He was brought down by Michael Davis.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 7 yards there and a first down. Now you think about Tom Brady and these Chargers. For a long time this offseason, the thought was that L.A. might be a leading contender to land his services, what with the new stadium opening and all. But in the end, the Chargers got their quarterback of the future in Justin Herbert, and Brady wound up in Florida. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
We got 4. Mike, check 33.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Jones. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 18-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Check, check, check. Check, check. 36, 72. Watch twins. Watch twins. We didn't hit. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Check 4, check 4. Chance. Go Bandit. Crunch.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Check. Regular. 52. They hit.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Whip. Shadow.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Or might he go for it?
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike's 56. Double.
Here's Fournette, and this time he is in. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, it's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. first down. Justin Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he knocks it through.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your steps.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
They're running it. Back. Undercrush. Check it. He's coming. We got double up. Jim. Watch the edge.
Now Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Check. House him. 49, guys. Mike, 49. I'm trying to collect. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. Not today, you are. Not today. Mike's 49.
From the gun, it's Brady. He's got Evans. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a 1st down.
Good catch there by Mike Evans, and his ability to get downfield and create big plays is something that Tom Brady hasn't had on the perimeter in the last few seasons. Mike Evans often fools defenders with his speed because he's so long. People think he can't be that fast, but he is, and combines it with terrific hands and makes big catches.
Jones running on 1st down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Hey, check Mike 33. Let's go. Wait, what do you got? Serious right here. We got to step
Brady with a quick throw here to Evans out wide. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Mike Evans has been so good downfield, I think that sometimes we end up taking him for granted. When you look back at what he's done each year in the league, he's been a 1,000-yard receiver each and every time. Now paired with the prolific Tom Brady, those numbers could really jump.
Brady now on 1st down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's another Buccaneers.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
The 18-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. On first down, Brady. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
This is Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Check it out. Hey, check it.
Now Leonard Fournette. And a short gain down to about the 33.
The handoff to Leonard.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Fournette finding room to the 20 and all the way down to the 17-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
4th down.
On 4th down, Ryan Succop now for the Buccaneer field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. second down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. From the 10, and he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look for Allen. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And the Chargers 1st down.
Herbert operating from the red zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Chargers 14, Buccaneers 10.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe reward on the other defense. We'll see. 36 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Not only is Joey Bosa a real load off of the edge, but his technical expertise really knocks offensive tackles off balance. 11.5 sacks last season. His goal each and every year, not just to lead his team, not just to lead the league, but to beat out his own brother Nick Bosa, who had 9 sacks with the San Francisco 49ers in 2019.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. They get hurt. 49. 49's the Mike. 49's the Mike. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe. Help him. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Twist, twist. Check it. Check 99. Check 99. Hey, 66.
Shotgun now for Brady. Flush to his right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by the rookie linebacker, Kenneth Murray. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Big stop.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot, for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st down, Chargers.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Complete to number 15.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Play action. Now it's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Carlton Davis speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st down, Los Angeles.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Herbert. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. On 4th down, Herbert. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Defense, let's go. 40. No, 66. Turn. 49 the mic. Watch 49. Here we go.
On play action. Now Brady. He's going to let it fly. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the gun, Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, two-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Brady. And this is caught at the 8. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Rob Gronkowski. Incomplete. Brings up 4th and goal.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Hey, 66. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Sugar.
One final try now for Brady, and that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not